Today I'm doing a do-it-yourself video on caravan weights and tow vehicle weights using the GoWay public weighbridge network available throughout mainland Australia. So I'll walk through the process end to end using my Willow Caravan and my Volkswagen Amarok as examples. Andrew here from No Man's Unplugged, where we are interested in tips, trips, tools, toys and particularly tech for big lappers and adventurous road trippers. As I said in the intro, I want to weigh the Amarok, the Willow Caravan, and I want to weigh them together as the mighty Amarillo. I'll be weighing them at a GoWay public weighbridge, which are located throughout mainland Australia, except for the Northern Territory. Before you visit the weighbridge, it's worth getting a copy of the specs of your vehicle. Here's the specs from the 2024 Amarok, and the things that we're interested in are the GVM, which in my case is 3.19 tonnes, the GCM, which for my vehicle is 6.3 tonnes, the braked towing capacity, which is 3.5 tonnes, the maximum downball weight or tow ball limit of 350 kilograms, and then a few that are sometimes ignored. The front axle load on my vehicle, 1,490 kilograms, and the rear axle load, 1,785 kilograms. So the GVM of 3190, a curb mass of 2,406, I've got a payload of 784 kilograms. So if I fully utilise that 784 kilograms and load my car to 3,190 kilos at a 3.5 tonne caravan, take off 350 kgs for the downball weight on the tow ball, that gives me a total weight of 6,340. And as you'll see, I've got a GWM of 6,300 kilos, so I'm exceeding that. But that's just theory so far. Let's see how this works in the real world. Alright, so you've got your car's specs. Now you need to find a GoWay public weighbridge. You can find them across mainland Australia, mostly around major truck routes. There are 9 around Melbourne. One in Ferntree Gully is just off the southbound side of Eastlink. To the west there's one in Geelong, and to the east there's one in Pakenham. To the north there's a very handy one just north of Wallen on the southbound side of the Hume Freeway heading towards Melbourne. To access this public weighbridge, you drive past the truck fuel pumps, and then just on your left you'll see a long strip with a gentle ramp up onto the weighbridge itself. The 4 sections of the weighbridge are well marked, so just drive up onto the weighbridge and continue until all of the van is on section C. Stop there, then walk forward to the end of section A and you will find a pay point on the left just at the exit. Pay for a caravan weighing, then return to the van, unhitch it, remember to unplug everything as well, and then drive your car forward so that the front axle is on the A pad and the rear axle remains on the B pad. Other locations are just off the Hume, north and south of Albury-Wodonga. Areas are around Sydney and regional New South Wales, Brisbane including Larapinta, Rockley and the Port of Brisbane area, as well as Cairns, Perth and Adelaide. For my visit to the GoWay public weighbridge, I went to Barnawatha North, which is just west of Wodonga and just off the Hume Highway. It's handily located in a service station, as these GoWay public weighbridges tend to be. And this one you just drive around past, again, the truck petrol bowsers, and you continue to the north side of the building, and you'll see at the top of this picture there is a strip that looks like an airline landing strip, and that is the GoWay public weighbridge location. The GoWay weighbridge, single way, caravan weigh $58. And see I put the car wheels on A and B and the trailer on C. And notice for this first weigh that the caravan is unhitched, and it also has the jockey wheel on weight pad C. With that first weight done, we then reverse back, rehitch the caravan to the car, roll forward so the front axle is on A, the rear axle of the car is on B, and the caravan axles remain on C. And in that position we complete the second weigh. Trailer is on C, back wheels are on B, front wheels, and the front wheels are on A. Now, before we start checking the Amarillo's combined weights, let's just see the results when I weighed the vehicle by itself on the day I picked it up. So my front axle at the time was 1,420 kilograms against a capacity of 1,490. So 70 kgs spare, not a hell of a lot if you want to have a bull bar or something like that when you're unladen. My rear axle was only 1,060 kilograms, which is plenty of space over my rear axle load of 1,785 kilos. Spare capacity of 725 kilos. And to check my GVM, I just add those two together. So 1420 plus 1,060 kilograms is 2,480 kilograms, which is well below my GVM of 3,190 kilos. And if you notice, it's not much more than the curb mass of 2,406. But let's do a quick comparison of the model that I have, the Amarok Aventura, and compare it against the more common tow vehicles, the caravans, the Panamericana and the Style. There's a real advantage to the Panamericana and the Style off the lot. They come first in the GVM. You'll see that the GVM of the Style and Panamericana is 3,350 kilos versus the Aventura's 3,190. That becomes evident when you start to look at the payload, 784 versus 956 or 957, and the rear axle, which is a real difference, 1785 to 1959. And the implications of that rear axle load will become evident in just a moment. Trailer is on C, back wheels are on B, front wheels, and the front wheels are on A. Okay, so the first weighing, we're unhitched. We've unhitched the caravan on platform C, and the car I've driven forward so that the front axle is on platform A and the rear axle is on platform B. And you'll see from here, let's actually explain a little bit better down here. The front axle is 1,460 kilograms, the rear axle 1,220 kilograms for a total weight of 2,680 kilograms. The caravan itself is 3.1 tonne. So that's an unhitched caravan, 3.1 tonne. And how does that compare to my vehicle specs? Well, the front axle load of 1,460 kilos is approaching my limit of 1,490 kilos. So that's interesting. Whereas the rear axle, at 1,220 kilos, is nowhere near the 1,785 I can handle on the rear axle. And has it changed since I picked the vehicle up back in October? So this is the original weight in October when it was just me in the vehicle and a full tank of fuel. With the car now fully loaded and my wife in the front, you can see that the weight in the front axle has gone up by just 40 kilos, whereas the weight in the on the rear axle has gone up by 160 kilos. So the weight overall has gone up by exactly 200 kilos. Now just remember that the accuracy of these scales is only to within 20 kilograms on any platform. Alright, now let's talk about the all-important second weighing, which will reveal our GCM. Okay, so let's look at the results of the all-important second weighing with the caravan hitched to the car. Firstly, I just want to add up the total numbers in rows. So the first weighing with the car unhitched, if you add the 1460 plus the 1220 plus the 3100 together, you get a number of 5,780 kilograms. If you add the second numbers together, 1340 plus 1680 plus 2780, you actually get 5,800 kilograms. Now, the reason for that difference comes down to this. Each platform is calibrated to measure in 20 kilogram increments. So you will get some sort of small amount of error in the results. Okay, let's look at the all-important weights, and I'm going to start at the rear at platform C. So at platform C, you will see that the caravan weight, which was 3.1 tonne when it was not hitched to the vehicle, has now dropped to 2.78 tonne. The difference between those two is 320 kilos, which is represented by the tow ball mass. And the difference is obvious when you look at the diagrams at the bottom of the screen. So you've got the jockey wheel on the platform in this diagram here with our 3.1 tonnes, and we now have the caravan attached to the vehicle, so that's taking some of the weight hence the caravan axle weight is only 2,780 kilos. The difference between those is the tow ball mass of 320 kilograms. Now that 320 kilograms you'll see is measured as 10%. It's actually slightly more than 10% of the 3.1 tonne of the caravan's weight. For a dual axle caravan, personally I'm not happy seeing more than 10% being transferred to the tow ball mass. So that indicates to me that I will need to start to look at the front of the van, even under the bed of the van, which is at the front, just to see what weight I've got forward of the axles, to see if I can move anything over the axles themselves into this area, which is a perfect spot to have your weight, or even a little bit behind the axles. Now let's look at the front axle and the rear axle. The front axle has actually gone down by 120 kilograms. It's now at 1,340 kilograms, and that's because of the leverage effect of having all that weight on the rear of the car. Conversely, the rear axle has gone up by 460 kilograms. So adding 320 kilograms of tow ball mass to your vehicle actually increases the load on the rear axle by, in my case, 460 kilograms. So that's potentially of concern. So I need to compare that against the vehicle specs to see how close I am to my limit on the rear axle and see how much available weight I have for carrying additional items, etc. The other all-important thing on this page, which I sort of mentioned before, is the total combination weight of 5.8 tonnes. So that's well below my capacity of 6.3 tonnes. So I'm well within my weight scale on a GCM basis. I'm well within my weights, as we saw earlier, on a GVM basis, but my concern is around this rear axle. So let's take a look at that. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that the caravan actually did not contain water. So I've got 170 litre capacity water tanks. So that's potentially another 170 kilograms that would sit on the caravan. So that would increase that caravan weight up to almost 3.3 tonne. My tear on the caravan is 3.4 tonne and would obviously increase this number as well. However, it might reduce the tow ball weight just because you've got more weight over the axle, so that my water tanks, one is in front of the front axle and one is behind the rear axle. So it's more likely to balance the van just a little bit, though I might test that one day just to see. All right, let's compare these numbers. So unladen, with the car separated from the caravan, which is the top one. Front axle, I only had 30 kilograms available, so no good if I want to have a bull bar or if I wanted to have any underbody protection on the front of the vehicle. But my rear axle still had 565 kilograms available. Once I hitched up the caravan, the front axle was freed up because of that leverage effect. Now has 150 kilograms available. So I could have a bull bar, but unfortunately I'd always have to have the caravan on the back to create that leverage. Whereas the rear axle now only has 105 kilograms available. So that means that if I was to add additional items to the rear of the ute, I have to be pretty careful how I do it. I certainly don't want to do it behind the rear axle. I want to do it in front of the rear axle, so potentially some of that weight is transferred to the front axle, but it does limit me and means that I probably do need to look at a GVM upgrade. A couple of other things on here. The unladen car weight, as I said, I've got plenty of space there, 410 kilos. Plenty of space on the GCM, and the hitched car is still fine by 170 kilos as well on the entirety of the car. And tow ball, I've got a 350 kilogram limit on the tow ball with 320 kilograms. I've still got 30 left. So in summary, I'm currently fine. For doing the big lap, I do want to load up the car, so I am concerned about this factor, the rear axle. And if I'm going to increase the rear axle, then naturally I'd do that through a GVM upgrade, and I'd want to increase the load capacity on the front axle so I can at least consider something like a bull bar on the front of the vehicle as well. So that's where we are. And here's the results of both the first and the second way with the car specs. You can pause this and have a look and do your own comparisons if you want to. All in all, I found the GoWay system really easy to use. You do have to unhitch and do your first weight and then rehitch, move the car slightly and then do the second weight. You can pay with a credit card. They're open all day because they're basically aimed at trucks. You don't have to get out of your vehicle except to pay, and just be mindful that the results can be out by as much as 20 kilograms. So hopefully that was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all those other wonderful things, and I hope to see you again. See ya!